What's the last thing you'd say if you knew you were about to die? I still remember her voice shaking. He's inside. I locked the bathroom door, but then came the thud. A man's voice, low, mumbled. And then her whisper, raw and terrified. Please, I don't want to die. The line went dead after that. Her name was Madison Kent. She was 22. She burned her toast every single morning. She still called her dad Papa. And in 48 hours, she'd be gone. Just another case number. The last time anyone saw her, it was on a security camera. She was unlocking her apartment door. She paused, looked back like she felt something, that feeling on your neck, when you just know something's off. But we all ignore it, until it's too late. Her phone buzzed with a text. You up? I'm outside. She opened the door. She knew him. That's what breaks me. She let him in. That's when the screaming started. Police were called to her street. Neighbors heard everything, but no one opened their doors. When they got inside, silence. No struggle. No fingerprints. Just one thing out of place. Coffee mug, still warm. Lipstick smeared on the rim. Her mother kept calling. Left a voicemail. Maddie, baby, pick up. You always pick up. She never would again. Because while her mother prayed for a callback, Madison was already in the trunk of a car. Still breathing. But not for long. Her case was closed in 72 hours. No suspects. But I know who did it. And by the end of this, you will too. This is Ryan Wynn, Madison's boyfriend for 3 years. The love of her life. And the first person who lied to detectives. When they asked where he was the night she disappeared, he said, gaming at my buddy's place. Ask Jake. But Jake's Instagram story from that night? An empty couch. No Ryan. First lie. But not the last. They found Madison's phone. I scrolled through her last messages. Stop overreacting. You're being paranoid. He texted her at 3:14 a.m. She replied, I saw someone outside my window. I'm scared. He saw it. He never replied. That was the last message she ever sent. And he left it unseen, while someone watched her through the glass. The detective's notes said it all. Alibi doesn't check out. Then there were the muddy Nike tracks by her apartment. Ryan's size. But still, they didn't arrest him. No hard evidence, they said, until her Snapchat came alive. A notification. Madison posted a story. It was a dark road. Her voice was shaking. He's driving me somewhere. License plate starts with X. Then the camera shook. The video cut out. She was already declared missing. But that snap was posted after. Ryan's truck? Plate XJY 442. Security footage caught it too. His truck. Speeding past at 4:18 a.m. And in the passenger seat, a flash of blonde hair. They let him go. Called it circumstantial. But Madison's mother knew. She lunged at him in the precinct, screaming, You took my baby. Ryan didn't flinch. But his hands, they told another story. Scratched. Raw. When they asked about it, he smirked. Cat, he said. Madison didn't own a cat. Second lie. And this one would cost him. He walked out free. Hood up. No charges. Then his phone rang. He looked at the screen and froze. Caller ID. Maddie Redheart. Too bad dead girls don't call. Dead girls don't call. But at 3:17 a.m., Ryan's phone rang. And the voice on the other end wasn't human. It was garbled, choking. You left me. That's what it said. But Madison's phone? It was found smashed in a dumpster. So where did the call come from? Police traced it. A burner phone. Inside Madison's apartment. Her keys were still in her purse. The only spare key belonged to Ryan. I remembered how he found her phone. Handed it to the cops, eyes darting. She must have dropped it, he said. Lie number 3. But here's what he didn't know. She filmed him. A deleted Snapchat video recovered. Her voice shaking. Why is he stealing my phone? And there he was, creeping into her apartment at 2 a.m., taking it. The same night she disappeared. Then came the raid. Police burst into his place. His laptop open. Search history. How long does chloroform last? They thought they had him, until the basement light flickered. Body cam footage showed it. Creaking stairs. Then a sound. A girl's voice. Weak. Help me. The camera swung. There she was. Locked in a cage. Hair matted. Wrists bleeding. Not Madison. Someone else. She'd been missing for 6 months. Ryan's first victim. She clawed at the bars. Screaming. He kept saying he was looking for the perfect one. Madison was supposed to be next, but she fought back. And that was when Ryan made his biggest mistake. She scratched him. Deep. Her nail clippings were still in the sink. They tested them. His DNA was there. Under her nails. And that was the proof that would finally. A gunshot cut through everything. Screams. The camera hit the floor. Ryan had tried to run. He was shot. Handcuffed. On a stretcher. Mumbling through blood. She's still in the woods. They never let him finish. But I will. Because Madison's body? It was never found. It wasn't just a grave. It was a message. A hiker found it. Digging frantically through the mud. Rain pouring. Flashlight shaking. He brushed the dirt away. Then froze. There were 2 bodies. One was skeletal. Strands of blonde hair still clinging to the skull. The other was fresh. Nails painted red. Police arrived and uncovered more. One officer looked at the second face and gagged. That's not Madison. It wasn't. It was someone no one had reported missing. Someone who'd been gone for years. Her name was Lyra Parker. She was 19. Last seen at a gas station. Her missing person poster had faded from memory. Until now. She was Ryan's first victim. The one he practiced on. But here's what made no sense. She'd only been buried last week. The forensic team confirmed it. Her body was dumped 5 days after Madison disappeared. But Ryan was already in custody. Locked up. Which means he didn't act alone. They checked the fuel station surveillance clip from the night Lyra slipped out of sight. A man in a hat bought a shovel. But when he turned, it wasn't Ryan. It was his brother, Jason. That's when it all clicked. The real monster. The one who taught Ryan everything. Police raided Jason's home. What they found still haunts me. Photos. Madison. Lyra. Dozens of other girls. And a journal. It read, "They scream prettier when they're related. Brothers. Partners." Jason knew they were coming. So he left something behind. A box. Inside, Madison's bracelet. Still bloody. And a note. "Find the rest of her. If you dare." Because Madison wasn't in that grave. But her hands were. A map was taped to the lid. Red X's marked where they might find the rest. Search dogs were deployed. They moved toward a river. Past a trailer park. Jason's childhood home. The game wasn't over. It was just beginning. And the next move? It would break the internet. She wasn't in the grave. Because she was never dead. But what they did to her. Worse. The live stream started buffering. Grainy footage. Concrete room. A girl's whimper. Then the flashlight clicked on. And there she was. Madison. Alive. Chained to a pipe. Her eyes locked on the camera. Then shifted. A shadow moved off-screen. She whispered, "He's coming back." The internet exploded. Madison Kent alive? Trending everywhere. Some thought it was fake. Until someone commented, "Look at her left wrist. The scar. 3 vertical lines. Her childhood dog bite. It was real." And the stream? Pinged to an abandoned slaughterhouse. Owned by Jason's uncle. SWAT moved fast. Stormed the building. Night vision. Empty cages. Blood on the floor. A live camera feed still running. "She was here minutes ago," an officer yelled. But Jason wasn't hiding. He was watching. Streaming the SWAT team's every move. From a laptop in the corner. Then a message popped up. "Too slow. But don't worry. I left you a gift." Inside the freezer. Pen drive. Labeled, "Play ME." The video loaded. Jason on screen. Wearing Madison's hoodie. Smirking. "You really thought Ryan worked alone?" He laughed. "Cops are so predictable. Want to find Madison? Follow the crows. A clue. Or a trap. They rushed outside, and the sky was black with them. Hundreds of crows, circling, descending on a nearby field. On the ground, they were pecking at something. A bloodied map. Coordinates. Not a map. A countdown. Numbers ticking from 48 hours. And beneath the soil, faint, muffled scream. Madison's voice. They dug frantically and uncovered a metal door. Keypad. A message. Enter her birthday or she dies. Only 2 attempts left. What if he changed it? One of them whispered. No one answered. Because Jason didn't just kidnap Madison. He'd been inside her life for years. There was video of him, as a pizza delivery guy, at her birthday party, smiling in the background, as she blew out the candles. Then the timer hit 5 minutes. A metallic click echoed beneath the door. Madison screamed. It's a bomb. The countdown hit 1 second. We all braced for the explosion. But instead, a click. The door creaked open. Nothing but black. It was never a bomb. It was an invitation. And what was inside? Only the broken ever find out. Flashlights cut through the dark. A narrow tunnel. The barriers scratched with names. Then her voice echoed from a speaker. Turn back. Please. We didn't. We're not leaving you, someone said. But this wasn't just a tunnel. It was a museum. And the exhibits? All the ones who came before. Body cams revealed it. Polaroids lining the walls. Each girl smiling. Then another photo. Them in this tunnel. Terrified. Jason's collection. His trophies. The last frame was empty. Except for one word in red paint. Madison. The tunnel opened into a circular room. In the center, a chair. Blood still fresh on the floor. A recorder sat beside it, playing on loop. Say goodbye, Maddie. She had been there. Minutes ago. The only trace left? A severed finger on the floor. Pointing east. They flipped the chair. And underneath, a map. Red XS. One marking the trailer park. Jason and Ryan's childhood home. Where it all began. Then the radio crackled. Her voice. They're burying me alive. We didn't wait. We raced there. At the trailer park. A patch of dirt had been disturbed. Shovels hit wood. Coffin. Inside. Madison. Alive. Pale. Breathing. In her hand. A note. Not for the cops. It said, you looked right at me. Every time. Signed with a pizza delivery logo. Flashbacks hit like a punch. Jason was always there. In the background. Leaning on a cop car. Buying coffee behind Madison's mother. Smiling in the crowd during interviews. Always watching. Always waiting. And now, gone. Jason Wynn remains at large. Madison survived. But she never spoke again. And at her hospital window, a single black crow landed. Dropped a coupon. Pizza. Some monsters don't hide in shadows. They serve you dinner with a smile. 3 months after he slipped out of sight, Jason Wynn was still delivering. But his next order would be his last. The car idled in the rain. The door creaked open. A black glove on the steering wheel. Then his phone rang. Caller ID. Madison. A heart emoji next to her name. He answered, smirking, until he heard it. You forgot something. Her voice. Clear. Cold. He looked at the passenger seat. A bomb. Ticking down from 60 seconds. Because Madison didn't just survive. She learned. Flashback. She was in physical therapy. Handing a note to the detective. It read. He always checks the glove box first. A trap. Set by the only person who knew his rituals. Jason slammed the brakes. But the doors wouldn't open. Locked remotely. His phone lit up again. You taught me how to hunt. Now taste it. For the first time in his life, the predator became prey. The bomb exploded, but it wasn't fire. Just smoke. SWAT teams converged. He stumbled out, right into the arms of Madison's father, a retired Marine. You took my daughter's voice, he growled. Now I take your life. But justice didn't come from a gun. Came from a flash drive. Press conference. The DA held it up. labeled Jason's Trophies. Inside, footage, 12 women, including Lyra. He filmed every second. Proof, enough to bury him forever. But Madison had one last gift for him. Jail visitation. She slid a phone across the table. The screen lit up. His mother's house, in flames, her screams echoing. Then a text. JK. Unlike you, I'm not a monster. She spoke. First words since the rescue. Fear tastes better than blood, doesn't it? The delivery man finally got what he ordered. A life sentence. And a taste of his own hell. Sunrise. Madison stood at Lyra's grave. She placed a slice of pizza on the headstone. The box said, "Paid in full. Some scars never fade. But neither does justice." Her case was closed in 72 hours. No suspects, but I know who did it. And by the end of this, you will too. If you're ready to uncover what really happened to Madison Kent, subscribe to The Veil of Secret. The truth is darker than you think. And it's only just beginning. Because some stories were never meant to stay buried. I stood there, frozen, because I'd just seen what was inside the drawer. And once you see something like that, you're never the same again. Subscribe to The Veil of Secret.